Pep, that must be a proud moment for you. Made history with Manchester City. Is that a huge step forward for the club?
Yeah, definitely. For all of us, for the club, of course. Yeah, what could I say? Incredible proud, and my first thoughts always for the players didn't play today. I know for them it's so tough, but they deserve to play. But everyone made his contribution in this Champions League season, and now it's time to enjoy it. Of course, we need one step to the Premier League. You have 2-3 weeks to prepare the final.
It was a true team performance tonight, wasn't it? We could see it when defenders were celebrating blocks like there were goals. It felt everyone was in it together.
Yeah, they put a lot of players in the middle with Verratti and Paredes and Herrera and Di Maria and Neymar as well. So when you jump, they find behind you, and after they run. We struggled a lot in the first half to make high pressing. The second half we adjusted in the half time. We jumped much better, we regained the ball quicker, and the second half was fantastic the way we played, and aggregate for one. So a team like knock out Barcelona and Bayern Munich, so that means a lot to us, and next time of course to celebrate it.
And Riyad was deadly on the counter-attacks. That first goal, I'm told you practiced that sort of thing on the training ground. That long pass from the goalkeeper.
Well, it's not the first time that Eddie has this quality. We have a keeper who has absolutely this quality. The vision and the quality of the pass is the guy in our team. To the long balls is the better that we have. And Alex was so clever to do it, and the finishing, yeah, was good.
They lost their composure in that second half, didn't they, towards the end? That's a little bit of but you kept control.
They are a huge competitor, so it's a team like it was the runners-up last season and in French league. They win every year the league, so it's a team built to stay up. The mentality, all of them, they are huge competitors. They fought until the end. Verratti is a big example. Paredes, Neymar, all of them are a huge team. But we were so composed. We suffered together. We defend inside really well, and we did it. So we are in the final of the Champions League. It's a nice word.
Yeah, they are. And this must mean a lot to you personally as well. You're back in the Champions League final. It's been too long, 10 years, but nobody's mentioned it.
Yeah, the people believe it's easy to ride the Champions League. Always, the people believe because happened in the past, they have to arrive every year in the season in the final of the Champions League. So, unfortunately, getting the final Champions League now makes sense what we have done the last 4 years or 5 years with a lot of people. This is a little bit unfair. Because every day the consistent these guys have shown during the last 4 years in all competition, this is the remarkable. Because I said before, so we want, this competition is like this. We won the first game because the shoot between the hips for the opponent. And today was the post from Marquinhos, and maybe the penalty is given when it's, of course, not penalty, but it's given. And you are out from these little details. So United won a Champions League because Terry is sleepy, United won in the last minutes in Camp Nou against Bayern Munich. This competition. So Madrid won against the Atletico Madrid in 93 minutes. So it's a competition that is so difficult. The stars, they are involved in that. But we won 11 games. I think this competition, just we draw on Oporto, we make an incredible Champions League, and now we have 3 weeks to prepare the final.
Marvellous. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Faces, you're coming in, you're a man going to the Champions League final.
Yeah, obviously from Sheffield, it's what you dream about. It's what I was dreaming about, when we got the good victory over there, and to actually make it come true, it's, as I say, it's a dream come true, and I'm buzzing.
And it was a complete performance in the sense that defence and attack contributed, but particularly the defence tonight.
Yeah, obviously against top quality players like that, we need to put in a shift. For John, Ruben, Alex made some important blocks at crucial times, and thought we controlled the game well, considering the amount of talent that they've got up front.
In fact, you suffocated Neymar, and what we liked as well, the high fives and the celebrations for blocks at the back. That's such a big.
Yeah, it's a team game. Obviously, we all go and celebrate a goal. We're all high-fiving when we score goals, but for us as defenders, the main thing is keeping clean sheets. I think this season we've done, you know, tremendously well in doing that and really sharpened up on our defensive duty. But, you know, blocking a shot is just like scoring a goal for me.
Yeah, and the overall performance. I mean, this is you changed it at half time. I think Pep was saying that he wasn't so happy in the first half. Changed something at half time. What was that?
No, I think it's just about playing to what we play. In big occasions like this, there's always going to be some sort of nerves. We're human at the end of the day. We're going to feel nerves just like the fans are watching at home. But we have to control that. And I thought after the first, just like over there, after the first 10-15 minutes when we settle down and we start believing in ourselves and, you know, getting players on the ball in good areas and driving at their defence, we think, all right, we can have a go here. And the doors opened up for us to go and get the goal, obviously. Probably come in the run of play in the first half with Riyad, but these are the type of luck that you need at the start, and to get that goal was very important, you know, for us. And then Riyad went and sealed it off at the end.
It's been a feature of the build-up to this game, though. The manager talking about staying calm, just playing a normal game. Is that's the experience? In the past, would the team be a little bit over-anxious, perhaps?
I don't think it's over-anxious. I think it's putting the pressure on ourselves. Obviously, we go back to Anfield and we threw it away in the first leg. We tried, you know, our best to try and bring it back, but it wasn't good enough. You know, the second year we go to Tottenham, and all right, you know, people miss penalties and things don't go your way. But again, we kind of probably lost it in the first leg, chasing it, coming back here. We can see 2 quick goals, and you know it's game on, and we're chasing the game again. Then obviously last year under different circumstances we was playing away from home. It was just one leg and it was a proper cup game, as you say. Anything can happen in them sorts of games. So to finally go over there, get the victory, and I think the well-earned victory, definitely in the second half performance, and then come here and beat them 2-0, keep a clean sheet, which I'm more than happy about. It's full credit to this squad.
And overall, 2 legs, 4-1. Pretty comfortable, especially considering the first 45 minutes of the first leg, they found life very difficult.
Yeah, they did, but it's about character, it's about personality, and I think Pep before this game in his press conference spoke about that with us, that he wanted to see that from his team. Believe in yourself, play our way, don't let the game be managed by them over us. Impose yourself on the game, and I think they've done that from the first whistle today, from the second half of the last game, and all this 90 minutes today. They were the team in total control, and that is a big difference to this Man City team in previous years in knockout football in Europe.
They're on the brink of greatness, Joe.
They are, and touching on that, what Rio's just, they were comfortable and they were clinical. Like from a goalkeeper's point of view, no goalkeeper's had a save to make over the 2 legs. Really, no one's really had anything to do other than fish the ball out the net or sweep up. So City took their chances well, but they were just really clever with it. They weren't bombarding. They were picking and choosing when to shoot and take their chances or recycle the ball. And down the other end, exceptional.
This helps them, I think, mentally as well, doesn't it, to get over this hurdle?
Oh, definitely. It propels them onto the stage that they want to be at, and that's the echelon of European football. And like Rio said there, I think they've executed the full amount of respect to PSG. They've obviously, after the first 45 minutes, they then got into the game and thought, you know what, we're better than these. If we implement our game plan, we can show how good we are.
But by the end of it, by the way, they were taking the mick.
Yeah.
It was almost like
and PSG lost the plot as well, didn't they? They really did.
But they forced them into that.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing almost by the end of it for this PSG team. They were full of experience, full of winners at different levels. So huge hat off to Pep and his team.
Yeah. Let's remind ourselves of how they did it. The first goal was a remarkable bit of play from all involved, particularly Ederson, I would say, Joe.
Yeah, undoubtedly. But, you know, as Riyad touched on, there's no secret to what he can do.
And this is the fullbacks. They've done this before the first goal. The fullbacks played high. In the first half of the previous game, they were defensive behind the play. But here they showed their intent immediately from the minute go.
Yeah, bounce pass into the midfield. And look, Zinchenko's going. He's running from his own half. No way can be offside. And Ederson from one step he's put that in. You know, it's nearly the length of the field into Zinchenko's pass. And we were surprised that Kevin didn't finish it, but, you know, Riyad was on hand with a tight finish through Navas's legs.
Yeah, it's a great strike from Ederson, but also the pass here from Zinchenko. He doesn't panic. He doesn't try and force across. He just sees Kevin De Bruyne edge of the box, and I'm screaming at him to pass there to Riyad, create a 1v1, but he's shot and he's got the rebounds, and it's a great finish on his weaker side.
But this goes, but all we talk about is teams nowadays playing short 10-yard passes, 15-yard passes. It shows you even someone like Pep Guardiola, we hail as the best tactician, short passing, building from the back manager. He's gone route one there. A bit Sam Allardyce at times. But he's gone route one. It shows you sometimes to beat the press, you've got to go over it. It's not all about playing through it and playing silky. You can go route one at times.
Is that a testament to the quality of a coach he is, that he can adapt and play in different ways, different styles when needed?
Yeah, I think so, and it's blindly obvious. You know, speaking and knowing what I know about the club, they didn't quite know that Edison had that club in his bag when he came. So it's such a great thing to have. You know, you can have many different game plans against Manchester City, and if one of your game plans is to press, not only can they play through you, they've also got that. So there's just threats all different parts of the pitch, and they're using them. You know, we discussed earlier about previous Champions Leagues when they've tried to tinker and do what they're playing their best team and the best way they can.
Yeah, for me, again, it's the best way for Man City to play is not to worry about the opposition, not to worry about what threats they have. It's what we're good at, what we can implement.
And they show that. It was epitomised with the second goal as well. Beautiful bit of football, wasn't it?
Amazing. And again, there's some strange decisions defensively, but I'm sure the transition, and it's not a style that we've used to seeing City play in terms of transition back and forth and counter-attack, but when they get the space to run into, they enjoy that. Phil Foden here gets the ball and just runs directly at Florenzi, and I'm not sure why he drops so deep, but then he picks out the right pass, and again now it's overloads, and Riyad Mahrez is getting to the back stick and a great finish.
I think Florenzi makes it easier for Foden. I think that you see Foden, willing runner, but he runs back. I get why he runs back Florenzi, but once the ball goes into Kevin De Bruyne, get yourself out now and engage with Foden a bit earlier so he can get there to cut out that pass. He doesn't. He just continues running back towards goal, and then this just makes it easier for Phil Foden. Then it's about quality. Then it's about execution at the finer end of things there, and he's got that in the bag, Phil. We showed tonight that he can produce on this level and be consistent in terms of his end product, and that's why he's playing in this team, and that's why at the moment I would say Phil Foden is the best young player on form in the world right now.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah, on form, I think he is. Whether he's the best player outright, but on form he's having the best moment.
You've got Mbappe and Haaland, they're very young players as well. You're putting him in that bracket.
Yeah, Mbappe didn't play today.
Yeah,
he didn't
he's
play well in the last
both
game.
of them players, and he's performed better than them. He's outscored
and
them.
And Haaland is yet to play at this level. But I'm not saying Foden's the best player. I'm just saying in terms of the moment right now, he's the most informed.
He's become a go-to for Pep, and he will be, I presume, a go-to for Gareth Southgate in the Euros. Has to be, doesn't he?
You would imagine so. The fact that he's keeping Raheem out of the team. Raheem's been a go-to for Gareth for a long time. Doing that, and he's definitely in Pep's best 11, and I'll be surprised if he doesn't start.
Yeah, certainly is. It wasn't just about the forward play for Manchester City, though, this evening, was it? We've got a couple of central defenders here and a goalkeeper behind them. Boy, they defended well at times.
Well, listen, I think the reaction a lot of the times signals a lot as well, by the way. How they actually react after one of them makes a tackle, a block, was just amazing to see.
It was the shape that impressed you as much as anything, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, this isn't what you normally associate with Man City. This is normally teams against Man City that get in and pack the width of the box. Here you see every player behind the ball, but that was their intention today. You're not going to go through the middle of us where Neymar can get space and do damage from the central areas. You're going to go wide, and that's fine. And when you do go wide, we will come out. We'll try and squeeze you at the right times, and we'll set traps here and there. And they end up doing that here. They get out to the ball, 3 men around the ball here, and force you back where they want you to come from.
Yeah, but again, Owen and JJ touched on it in commentary that this is a different side to Man City's game, and they look comfortable doing it. That's the impressive thing. Do
you think this is the fundamental difference between the City of previous seasons and the City of this season?
Definitely. They've took away the basketball element of the game in terms of you guys attack, we're of attack. They're like, no, if you want to have possession for a spell, we will comfortable defendly and not expose ourselves. And even in 1v1 scenarios, they're not forcing mistakes. They're patient, and that's a great thing to see. And they look like they're enjoying it, especially when I see them celebrate.
But also in that situation there, they're actually dictating, by the way, from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah.
They haven't got the ball, but they're dictating where the ball goes, and they're pushing the ball back to the goalkeeper from being on the edge of their own box. Now the goalkeeper in the opposition box
without making a tackle.
We saw a thumbs up from Pep Guardiola there. Kiss on the cheek from his manager there, don't you think?
Yeah, I think he was immense today. I think, listen, tactically he had it spot on. I think people have always pointed the finger, maybe he switches off concentration-wise, but this kid is in the form of his life. Physically, I don't think there's anybody can match him in world football. I think he wants, like we spoke about before, he wants to race the fastest on the planet, Mbappe, and feels comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
He is in the form of his life. A player like that, to watch him play out here, the comfort with which he plays, the authority with which he plays at the moment is great to see.
Julian, I want to ask you about Manchester City's defending. I mean, we talked about the formation, but it wasn't just that. They threw their bodies in front of everything, didn't they?
Yeah, and that's what you'd have to do at times as a defender, but the enjoyment they get out of it, that is great to see.
Yeah.
The fact that they're all willing to throw their bodies online and get blocks and block shots and crosses, and you can see they're all enjoying it, and that's the beauty of it. And that's the difference for me this season, is the fact that they're all aware of what needs to be done at any given time. And what I enjoy, especially here, is they drop off and recognise that Walker's in control of that situation, even though he's not goal side. But again, here, no one's in a rush to make a tackle. They just get their body in the way of the ball and prevent it from getting into the 6-yard box.
I love this one. Straight in his face. He don't care.
He just gets up and just enjoys it.
I think he was made man of the match, actually.
And rightly so. Any of them could have been it, but here's Zinchenko again. He's 1v1 and he's just waiting for Di Maria to move the ball and just read that situation. And this is the one I enjoyed. The reaction to this, I think one goes, or is it the last one? Sorry, the one goes down and then they're all there. But here, the fact that they all enjoy doing it is great to see.
Yeah. I think one of the important points that you just made there, Julian, is the patience.
Yeah.
The patience with which they play now. I think in the past, the Otamendi's and others, they were like defending on their own. This is the one that Julian mentioned before, the reaction there, which is great to see.
That's team spirit.
Yeah, and I think there's been players in the past that have played in central defensive areas, especially for Pep, who have played on their own. They've played as individuals. They haven't been a unit, and that has been a big, massive difference since Diaz coming here.
Yeah, well, we talked about Phil Foden earlier. We've got a few clips of him now. What a stunningly talented young man, and he's in good company. He's playing with great players. He's got a great manager, and he's developing beautifully.
He is, and look at him. Look at the freedom. His name's Phil Foden. Simple
Felipe.
as that. No, it's not. It's not though. His name's Phil. He's 20 from Stockport,
Felipe,
and he's
man.
lighting it up. I think he's an inspiration. It's so important to Manchester City to have that. You know, you need that with all the money they're spending and what people try and say about them. When they've got Phil from Stockport doing this,
he just feels like he's unfazed at this level. This is the semi-final of Champions League, important game. They've never been further than this ever as in a Man City team. But he's come into here and he's just creating match-defining moments.
Yeah.
As a 20-year-old.
Yeah,
People used to mock you when you used to say, "Oh, it's the Stockport Iniesta," but I tell you what, he's turning into it. He's not far off.
And he's got the ultimate respect for the opposition. You've seen him after the first leg with Neymar, but he's got no fear.
He got a kiss as well. Everyone.
He's a tremendous player. I mean, I just can't wait. I'm salivating over obviously watching him play live here, but you fast forward to the Euros, and he has to be one of the first names on the sheet at the moment because he's doing it at this level. Which other England players are doing it at this level right now?
Let me ask you, who as two Manchester City players, former players, who would you prefer to play in the final?
Real Madrid. Definitely Real Madrid. When you think about this competition, you think about Real Madrid. In the greatest respect to Chelsea, I think Chelsea would be a tougher game.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, definitely.
You wouldn't have said that 2 or 3 years ago, would you?
No, I probably wouldn't have said 2 weeks ago. But the fact that they obviously beat them in the semi-finals of the Cup, obviously psychological element to it as well. But when you think about this competition, you think Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. So to beat them in the final would be massive.
Joe?
I think it's just full focus. I really don't think it matters. I think they can watch the game tomorrow with their feet up. And they know they've got the capabilities to beat both. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, as Chelsea proved in the FA Cup semi-final. But they're capable and they've just got to do it.
I think Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea will be the tougher opponent.
Yeah.
And I think they would love to sidestep them. I think they'll be sitting at home rooting for Real Madrid to win that game. I played in an all-English final. The pressure's not nice. It's not a nice feeling.
As all the Man City players, they won't admit it, but they'll all want Real Madrid, won't they? Because it is, you don't want to. It's worse if you lose against someone.
They've got to go to their squads in England. They play against these players all the time, knowing that team beat them in the Champions League final. You don't want that on your resume.
I think if they do get to the final, both teams, Saturday's game is massive. I think it's huge, the league game. The fact that they're playing each other here, it could be a massive contest. And going into that game with Chelsea with 2 victories in a month, in the space of a month, it should give them massive confidence.
Here's a stat for you before we bid you all farewell. Pep Guardiola's won 14 cup finals out of 15. That's not bad at all, is it? Jolyon, thank you. Joe, Rio, as always, thank you very much. We'll be at Stamford Bridge tomorrow night. There's a